When you make a backpack and name it sleek, the bag better be clean to the point where it's nearly irresistible. Mopak's sleek backpack is a top loading bag that can also open up fully flat. On the surface, it kind of reminded me of the Belroy Melbourne backpack that I daily carried for 2 years straight. While Mopak's compact offering looks good from a distance, the carrier does have its issues that does keep it from potentially being a valuable daily companion. I'm Alex from Hypnotics, and this is my full review of this 12-liter bag. For a 12-liter capacity, the sleek bag surprisingly feels larger and holds more than the size leads on. Not only does it open up flat, this Mopak provides an abundance of little pockets that can house bottles and other cylinder-shaped items. I normally carry a 25 fluid ounce bottle with me most of the days, and the Mopak slots it in effortlessly most of the time. There's essentially two outside pockets and two inner pockets of this nature that I found invaluable, to be honest, to have when hauling everyday items. When the bag is laid out, a zippered mesh pocket occupies both sides of the connecting flaps. One's larger than the other, but this is likely where earbuds and keys will inevitably find their lodging spots. There are two larger pouches for a laptop up to around 15 inches and a tablet around 11 inches to store away. The company throws in a latching clasp that slides through a little pass-through holder before connecting to the button. It's unnecessary and quite honestly gets in the way when I am loading a laptop into the pouch. I can confidently house, though, a 13-inch MacBook Pro with a sleeve in the laptop pouch, and it isn't going anywhere unlatched. The last compartment to cover is a quick access front pocket on the outside of the bag. It's the only zipper compartment located anywhere on the sleek, and it occupies nearly half of the front area. The pouch doesn't stretch out too far, but it is ideal for small notebooks and knickknacks that someone might pull out frequently throughout a day, like tissue paper or even hand sanitizers. And from a physical design standpoint, I'd say the backpack can carry a decent amount of daily gear. I was able to load a few small Amazon packages from the office to carry home using this bag, made out of a recycled polyester material that really feels neither cheap nor expensive. It does repel drops of water landing on the fabric. The material is coarse, and I didn't particularly like the stitching across the board, but it's an eco friendly build that didn't really discolor or scratch up over the last few months that I've daily worn this. All of the zippers operated cleanly without hiccups. I liked how spaced apart the material is for the actual zippered zones. Too many times on other bags have I had the zipper caught on a fabric that overlaps where the zipper hangs. Never ran into that with the Mopak. The one connection I highly disliked was the buckle. Mopak relies on a FIDLOCK magnetic buckle that latches the overhead flap with the main body. Here's my main problem with this. If you store anything in the pouch on the inside of the flap, it could interfere with the compatibility of the buckle. I kid you not, a mere earbud case was enough to bloat up the flap too far out reliably to close the bag. This is an oversight on the design, as this issue effectively rendered one of the zipper pouches unusable for anything other than really, really small pieces of paper or pens. Now, even without housing anything inside that pouch, the buckle is still a nuisance to clip in. As a wearer, I'm normally opening and closing the bag on instinct. When the flap is closing over the receiving portion of the buckle, I'm basically going in blind. I struggled so much to hit the hole that I actually left scratch marks on the plastic receiver over time. I felt like I was really fishing for a hole in one every single time I attempted to close the bag. I'm not even certain that the FIDLOCK magnetic buckle is even magnetic, as I haven't really had any assistance or felt any sort of magnetic assistance that would pull that flap towards the receiving end while it was anywhere near it. Well, I guess it is somewhat more secure when it actually is latched in properly than an actual working magnetic connection like something on the Belroy Melbourne, I don't really think it makes that much of a difference because honestly, if somebody really did want to pickpocket me while wearing this sleek around the city somewhere, they would not have a hard time at all. There's no problem pulling that flap up and reaching down into the bag and pulling stuff out without me really noticing. In fact, the zipper along the side that opens up the bag fully is also easily accessible and not concealed by the flap at all either. There's no hidden concealment. I'd say that the backpack is viable for carrying into like an office via a car commute, but not so much via travel on foot. I wouldn't feel that my belongings were safely guarded behind me if I was walking through, like, say, the streets of a busy city wearing this Mopak bag. I will say that the sleek backpack at least felt comfy to wear for long periods of time. The back panel is aptly padded with an arcing shape that complements the spine really well. The straps also have a thin line of padding that doesn't add weight stress on the shoulders while wearing the backpack in either a high or a lower position. The straps adjust seamlessly, and I like the metal slide adjusters and the contrast it has to the brown color of the backpack. This bag also does fit my frame rather well. It doesn't look small on my back, even though it really only houses a 12-liter capacity. At the retail price of $129, I find the Mopak to be reasonably priced with competitors that have similar offerings. I don't think of it as a high-end bag in terms of material and design, but it does handle compartmentalizing and wearing comfort well. I don't love the Mopak Sleek Backpack. In fact, I actually loathe it during some random Thursday afternoon as I'm packing up my belongings and getting ready to go home. However, I see it hanging from a distance, and I can't help but see how sleek the bag does look, and eventually do feel drawn to using it for another day. Once again, I'm Alex from The Simnautics. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hit that like button and subscribe. It definitely hits the channel. And leave a comment below of what bag you want me to see reviewed next, and I'll do my best to try to do that. I'll see you guys in the next one.